What if I told you that you can capture all of your gaming highlights automatically, like kills, deaths, and assists, across a bunch of different games like Warzone, Fortnite, Apex, and many others? What if I also told you that none of these clips had to be stored on your PC, taking up hard drive space, and instead you could store them all in the cloud? And finally, what if I told you you could access all of those cloud stored clips on your phone and then edit them using an app on your phone to post on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube? Well, I was contacted a couple of weeks ago by a group of guys who have created an application called Gazoom. And they've been kind enough to sponsor this video so that I can show you guys exactly why I think Gazoom is the best gaming highlight capturing software that you can use right now on PC. Gazoom is built on the Overwolf platform, which you can see by the little wheel on the left here with Gazoom just sticking out of it. And what that allows Gazoom to do is tap into the Overwolf API, which connects to a bunch of different games, allows it to pull data, and specifically for Gazoom, it allows it to auto capture the highlights, as I mentioned earlier. I've left a link for Gazoom down in the description, so go download it, check it out, open it up, and you'll be greeted with a screen something like this. You'll be asked what kind of games that you actually want to follow, what kind of games you like, what kind of games you want to see clips for, and then they'll appear down on the left side. So for me, I play a bunch of different games. I've got League here, Rainbow Six, Apex, a bunch of different games which I've played and I want to see some cool highlights of. The application gives you a bunch of different settings that you can set up once you've created your profile. So you can come into here, you can set your username, set a little bio, so if anyone comes across your clips, they can have a little kind of look at you and understand who you are, what kind of games you like. You never know, you might find some teammates to jump into Warzone or jump into Apex with through using this platform. The recordings tab allows you to set what quality you want to record in, what FPS, so I've got 1080p 60 FPS. I would like to see a bitrate counter in here. You can set that in the Overwolf settings, but you can't set it in this application at the moment. I've already told the devs about this, and they are looking to implement a bunch of changes to the application very swiftly. It's a really good dev team that I know we can trust. The application also allows manual recording, so if something happens in game that doesn't actually trigger an event, maybe like your friend dies in some funny way or just something weird happens, then you can quickly press a hotkey and it will capture the last X amount of seconds. So for example here, 45 seconds will be captured. And it's nice that that feature's there because not everything will actually trigger a highlight that you want to capture. Lastly, in this tab, you have access to choosing how loud you want your PC audio. So that's going to be everything, including your Discord audio, your game audio. It'd be nice to see if we could split these in the future, since I know a lot of applications allow you to do that, like OBS. But for now, it just captures all of your PC audio, and you can choose whether you want your microphone in the clips as well. Now, the Games tab is where the magic happens. When you first install the app, there'll be a bunch of games selected on the left here, and these are all games which have auto highlights enabled in some way. So for example, if we go to Apex Legends and click on the left here, you'll see we have auto highlights for kills, knockdowns, knocked out, so that means if you get knocked out, death, revived, respawned, and victory. So anytime any one of these 7 things happens, Gazoom will auto-record a clip that captures that moment. Different games have different auto-highlights. CSGO has less, just things like kills, headshots, deaths, assists. Fortnite, kills, knockouts, victory royales. So it's all game-specific, it's not just general stuff, and it means that a bunch of different games are supported. There are a couple more games in the big list of supported games here that have auto-highlights. For example, one being COD Warzone, which I do play a lot of. I've added that by clicking it in the list down here. It appears on the list on the left now, and by clicking it, I can see that I can get kills, deaths, and assists all auto highlighted. There's also a bunch of games which don't currently have any auto highlighting enabled, but you can still enable them to be allowed to be captured by Gazoom. For example, Among Us, which has now been added to the list here. It says no auto events available for this game, but you can still do manual captures. Finally, on here, if there's any of these that you don't actually want to record, potentially you don't want Rainbow Six auto captured, you don't want PUBG auto captured, you just simply remove them from the list here. You can add them back in the all games area when you want them, and this way Gazoom won't be running whilst you're playing those games. Now let's talk about storage, and specifically cloud storage. That's one of the biggest selling points of Gazoom for me, really, and that is that automatically you can upload clips to the cloud so that A, they don't take up space on your computer, B, you don't accidentally lose them, and C, which I'll talk about very, very soon, you can access them on the Gazoom app on your mobile. You can set up the top here whether you want to automatically upload your most recent clips to the cloud or whether you want it to be completely manual. There's advantages to both of these. Automatic is good in general, that's what I use, but I do have a lot more space in the cloud. I'll explain how I have that in just a second. So you can just select which one you prefer here. You can also set it so favorited clips will always be kept up in the cloud. So when you have a clip that's on the cloud and you set it as a favorite, it will never be removed from there. It means that if you run out of cloud limit in terms of space and a new clip gets recorded and gets sent up to the cloud, it will delete one of the non-favorited clips. So you don't accidentally remove something that you didn't want to. It's a nice feature. I really like that. Now, in terms of storage space on the cloud, the amount of clips you're able to upload is going to come down to a couple of factors. When you first install the application, you'll have access to only a few cloud uploads, but you can do a couple of tasks that the application will tell you about completely for free, like updating a profile picture is one of them. And what that'll do is enable you to have a little bit more cloud storage, until you hit the max of around, I believe it's 25 or 30 cloud clips, which is a solid amount if you're starting to favorite ones that you like and keeping them up, and then maybe getting rid of ones when you've used them and you've done the things on your phone that you want to. That's a decent amount of space. But for those of you who want to store loads and loads of clips on the cloud, like myself, then you're able to become a premium Gazoomer for, I think it's something like $3.99 a month, and that gives you access to over 1,500 available space, which is a crazy amount. You're almost never going to hit that. Honestly, and if you do hit it and you want to keep all those clips, well, there's no way to get over that, unfortunately. But yeah, 1,500 clips you're able to upload when you become a premium Gazoomer, and I'd highly recommend it if you like the application. It's only a small amount you need to pay, and it does give you a hell of a lot of space that it just frees up so much space in your PC. I'd highly recommend it. Subscribing to the premium plan also means you get no watermark and no ads on your highlights when you upload them to the cloud, which is just another added bonus. So now let me show you how the highlights kind of work. I played a game of Warzone earlier with Gazoom open, with Modern Warfare or Warzone selected as a game that Gazoom could highlight in that games list that I showed you earlier. And this is what was recorded. I literally just played a quick game of Rebirth, and I got a kill and then I died just because I wanted to test that both of those were working fine, and it's all working great. So we've got a kill, which is this skull icon, and you've got an RIP death cemetery stone icon below. So if we play through this clip, you can see it automatically highlights. You can actually view it in here. I drop in, and if we just skip through this a little bit, I kill a guy. Now, unfortunately, there is a little bit of a bug here where the little mark of the clip doesn't line up with the actual kill. Doesn't matter too much because at least it's captured the whole clip, but this is something which will definitely be ironed out in a future update. But it gets you that full clip highlighted in solid quality that I can then edit or do what I want with. And then swiftly after, we have the death here, and you will see that the actual icon or the marker down here does line up nicely with me getting executed. Yeah, not my finest moment, but once again, nicely highlighted. Now, I had my auto upload turned off for these, so what I'm going to do here is just click this upload button to get these both uploaded into the cloud. And then when that's done, I can access them on my phone and do a little bit of editing. So I'm now on the Gazoom app on my phone. You can see it on your screen here, and I've got the two clips, the kill and the death from Warzone selected. I can go here and I can go edit, and it will download them. Now that I've got the clips in the editor, I can do all sorts with them, in starting with trimming them up, so we can just trim the clip up just to get the bit of the kill that we want. And once they're edited into the length that you want them, you then have access to things like adding text. So I'm going to be really cheesy here and just put like, wow, and I would change the font to something a bit better, something like that. I can position it on the clip. I can do kind of all sorts of different effects with the text. I can add effects to the overall clip. Potentially, like as I drop in, I can add this sort of glitching effect, and you literally just click and hold the button and it will add the effect. It's like TikTok if you've ever edited on there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little bit of editing on the phone, and then I'm going to show you the difference between the original clips and the edited finished product. And so now, just for a quick comparison, here's what the original clip looked like. I'll keep the volume down on this, but you can see it's just me dropping in, no editing done whatsoever, and this is what Gazoom captured. And you guys have already seen this, but you see I turn around, shoot the guy, get the kill. Now let's compare it to what the edited version looks like. And keep in mind that this is literally all done from my phone. I could take this recording. This was done in literally about a minute. You can take a lot more time in that editing application and do all sorts of cool effects. Get this thing on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. And yeah, very quick, very simple editing, all from your phone. And then finally, guys, anyone who has Gazoom can now see your edited clip on the Gazoom homepage if they follow the game that you are playing, or if they follow you as a creator on Gazoom. So they can see my clip, they can leave a comment on it, they can be like, wow, that's really good, they can leave a highlight on it, they can leave a like. You can get that interaction going, and it's a really nice little community to share clips and have a lot of fun with. So guys, I definitely recommend that you go get Gazoom downloaded right now. Link is in the description. It's an awesome application, the best application right now for highlighting your gameplay clips, saving them up in the cloud, and editing them on your phone. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.